Have you ever wondered why airplane food tastes different? What if I told you it's not the altitude, it's the secret factory process you've never seen before? When you settle into your seat on a plane, tray table lowered, and anticipation building as the meal cart rattles down the aisle, you're about to become part of a story that began days before you even arrived at the airport. The unassuming tray of food in front of you, whether it's a steaming portion of chicken and rice, a delicate dessert, or a fresh salad, is the result of a meticulously choreographed process, hidden from view and perfected over decades. This is a story not just of food, but of engineering, science, and logistics, unfolding in ultra-secure kitchens that hum with activity day and night. These kitchens aren't like any you'll find in a restaurant. Nestled near the world's busiest airports, they're more akin to laboratories, sealed off from the outside world and governed by tight security. Access is restricted. Only authorized personnel, often clad in biohazard-style suits, can enter. The reason is straightforward. Food safety at 35,000 feet is paramount, with strict international standards demanding absolute sterility. Every surface is sanitized relentlessly, and ingredients are subjected to rigorous microbiological testing. Here, there's no room for error. A single lapse could affect hundreds of passengers mid-flight. The journey of your in-flight meal begins with the careful curation of ingredients. Suppliers deliver fresh produce, proteins, and grains, all of which are immediately checked for quality and safety. Each item is logged and tracked, ensuring full traceability from field to fork. Chefs, part culinary artist and part scientist, plan menus weeks in advance, balancing taste, nutrition, and practicality. The challenge isn't just to create delicious food. It's to engineer it to survive the peculiar realities of flight. Once the raw materials are assembled, the real magic begins. Unlike a restaurant kitchen where meals are cooked to order, airline meals are cooked only halfway. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's a necessity. Ovens on planes are nothing like those on the ground. They're designed not to cook, but to reheat, using steam or convection under pressurized conditions that change the way food behaves. A steak cooked fully on the ground would become dry and tough by the time it reached your tray. So chefs undercook proteins and par-cook vegetables, allowing them to finish perfectly mid-air. But taste is another formidable challenge. Studies have shown that at cruising altitude, our senses of taste and smell are dulled by as much as 30%. Dry air, low pressure, and the constant hum of engines all conspire to flatten flavors. To compensate, recipes are adjusted. Salt and umami are increased, herbs and spices are intensified, and even the texture of sauces is modified to remain appetizing after reheating. In some cases, visual appeal is enhanced with edible ink. Grill marks and caramelization are sprayed on to mimic the look of freshly grilled meat, tricking the eye and, in turn, the palate. Once assembled, the meals undergo a critical transition. Each dish is rapidly cooled to prevent bacterial growth, then vacuum sealed to lock in freshness. The trays are labeled with military precision: flight number, seat class, special dietary requirements, and even the name of the passenger if necessary. In the vast subterranean food banks beneath the airport, meals are stacked and cataloged, awaiting dispatch. Here, technology takes over. Conveyor belts snake through these cold, cavernous spaces, sorting meals by destination like an edible airport luggage system. In a single day, upwards of 30,000 meals may be prepared, packed, and loaded for flights departing around the clock. But before a meal ever reaches a plane, it must pass one final checkpoint: a sophisticated AI-driven inspection. Cameras scan each tray, checking for color consistency and correct portion sizes. The system can detect if a dessert meant for business class ends up in an economy tray, or if a nut-free meal is missing its allergy label. Any anomaly triggers an alert, and the tray is pulled from the line for manual inspection. This attention to detail is crucial. A single mistake could mean not just a disappointed passenger, but a costly refund or even a medical emergency. On the day of your flight, the meals are whisked from their cold storage in temperature-controlled trucks, driven across the tarmac to waiting aircraft. Timing is everything. The logistics are tightly synchronized with the airline's schedule. There's little margin for error. As the crew prepares for boarding, caterers load the meals into galley carts, slotting them into ovens and refrigeration units designed specifically for airborne service. The process is a dance of efficiency, every step timed down to the minute. Once you're in the air, the crew springs into action. Reheating meals at altitude is its own art form. Ovens must be loaded in a specific order to ensure everything is ready at once. Some dishes are more temperature sensitive than others, so flight attendants rely on detailed instructions from the ground kitchens. When your tray finally arrives, it's the result of a carefully orchestrated relay, one that began days before, in a world you'll likely never see. Behind every detail of your meal is a network of professionals dedicated to the passenger experience. Chefs test every recipe repeatedly, tasting and retasting under simulated cabin conditions. Food scientists experiment with new preservation methods, searching for ways to keep salads crisp and bread soft. Engineers design packaging that keeps hot food hot and cold food cold, all the while minimizing waste and maximizing efficiency. It's a constant balancing act, one that must account for everything from international regulations to the quirks of human physiology. Yet for all the science and logistics, there's still an element of artistry. The goal is not just to feed passengers, but to provide comfort and even a bit of delight, a small moment of pleasure in the midst of a long journey. That's why menus are updated seasonally, why regional specialties appear on international flights, and why special care is taken with dietary requests. It's a testament to the hidden world beneath the surface, where thousands work tirelessly to deliver a taste of home, even at 35,000 feet. So, the next time you lift the foil from your airline meal, take a moment to appreciate the journey it's been on. From the high-security kitchen labs to the subterranean food banks, from the hands of scientists to the eyes of AI, your meal is more than just sustenance. It's the culmination of one of aviation's most remarkable, best-kept secrets. In that tray lies a story of innovation, precision, and an unwavering commitment to keeping passengers safe, satisfied, and just a little bit surprised, no matter where in the world they're headed.